You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
Hi. Welcome to episode 212 of the Rusted Robot Podcast. It's going to be Sunday, August the 26th, 2018.
My name is Optimus Prime.
Hello, I am C-3PO Human Cyborg Relations.
I am Locutus, a Borg.
You're like a machine underneath, right? But sort of alive outside?
I'm a cybernetic organism, living tissue over a metal endoskeleton.
I'm an android.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
Counterfeit, facsimile, replica.
We need some sort of robot. Ah, crap! I'm some sort of robot.
Hi again. I'm your host, Sean.
I'm weirded out by the intro.
I'm Kitty. I'm perfect.
Why are you weirded out, Josh?
Because you got this weird NPR voice thing going on, and I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
I like to try a new opening every once in a while, just to see how it goes.
No, this one is a throw it out. This is a no.
So this...
No, I think it sounds like a DJ guy from a jazz station.
That's the worst kind of person.
No, it's great. Hello, smooth cats. We're going to be listening to blah, 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 blah.
No.
Yeah, it's great.
No.
Yeah.
You're listening to WBOT, Rusted Robot Radio.
I could totally be...
Somebody needs to lock the door to that radio station and set it on fire.
I'm pretty sure they have.
I could be a jazz DJ
That's the
person thing.
Yeah, and jazz DJs are so smooth, they just...
And I could wear a fedora and it would be okay.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And like a vest with a pocket watch, maybe?
Yeah.
Or am I mixing my metaphors? I'm not even sure.
No, you can wear whatever you want. You're a DJ. You're trapped in a cave. Full of vinyl.
Story of my life. So, anyway, this is episode 212 of the Rusted Robot Podcast, and today, after a long hiatus, Kitty is back.
I'm finally back. I have returned.
How are you doing?
Pretty good. I'm a little exhausted, but pretty good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Good. And Josh, how are you?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. Cool. So
Sounds like he's joined us as a jazz DJ.
No, I haven't.
I'm not bad at all.
I'm cool.
Or you could be like Fraser Crane, giving advice on the internet.
Yes, you could. You could totally be giving advice on the internet, like we often do here when we have our listeners call in. Wait, we don't do that here, do we?
No,
call-ins.
We don't have any call-ins.
In fact, we turn off the ringers of our phones.
Yes, we do. So that's totally incorrect. So, all right.
Call in and we will ignore your problems.
That's right. But in fact, we're not doing this live on YouTube or Facebook Live or anything, so people don't even know we're recording at this particular moment.
No, it'd be fun, though, to have them try to call in.
One day we should do a Facebook Live call-in show, see how that goes.
Yeah?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Maybe?
That's a possibility.
One of these days.
Yeah.
Maybe for episode 300.
We're going to have a
300?
nerd cave very soon, so it'll be a nice background.
Yes, true.
Like our living room is already kind of a nerd cave, but this one will be painted and look pretty.
And that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we got some random pop culture news this week. Not a lot's been happening, really.
Yeah, it's a dead month. September is not that, or August is not that good.
No, it's not. But we did learn that season 12 of The Big Bang Theory will be its last season.
Yeah, I learned that.
Yep, because Jim Parsons said he's had enough after 12 years, and...
I think that's fine.
Yeah,
12 years is a long time.
I haven't even watched the last few seasons, because whatever, but...
I kind of want to, but I want to binge them with my friend who's, like, obsessed with the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to watch them all, and then I just stopped.
I think it's because... I think 9 years is too long.
Yeah?
It's too long for a show to be going. Like, Supernatural, 9 years, that was okay. They're still going.
It's in year 14 for those guys?
Yeah.
And they were supposed to be done after 5 seasons, I think?
They're having too much fun, though. They're all friends, and they get to mess around on the...
As long as people keep watching, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're all attractive boys, so they will. They'll keep watching. They can go forever. It's fine.
Yeah, but at this point, they're not boys.
Oh, yeah, they're manfolk.
They're well into manfolk.
Yeah, but they throw glitter at each other and play pranks all the time.
They're getting close to old manfolk.
Yeah. I don't care how old they are, as long as they keep looking like that.
That's very superficial of you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked by your attitude.
That's what they'll have to change the name to instead of Supernatural. Superficial.
Ba-dum-bum.
It's just them walking around with their shirts off. Let's go hunt demons. Yeah, okay.
Speaking of walking around with your shirt off,
Uh-huh.
I hear that you also watched The Meg starring Jason Statham.
Oh, yes, I did. That was so good.
And he had his shirt off.
Yes, he did.
As he often does.
A couple of times.
As he often does in his films.
Did he in The Transporter?
Of course he did. Because he takes the shirt off and whips it around people and he uses it to fling them.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
In the greasy garage.
That's probably why I didn't really notice, because he's so full of action and fun.
Have you seen it yet, Josh?
I have not seen the Meg.
You've not seen the Meg.
I went to take Katie on our anniversary, but Katie said no. We're not going to see the Meg.
I had people that I was planning to already go see it with.
Yeah.
And so you saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it. I gave it, what did I give it? Like 7?
You gave it a 7.
What do you give it? How many rivets out of 10 do you give the Meg?
What are our rivets based on exactly?
It's purely subjective, how we felt about it.
How we felt about it?
Yeah, did we like it?
It was absolutely everything I wanted it to be. Do you remember what I said I wanted the Meg to be?
It was pretty much exactly what I expected
it is exactly what I... It's not what I expected.
Oh, it's totally what I expected from a giant shark movie starring Jason Statham.
Yeah, but like...
All my expectations were met.
That's what I wanted, though. Like, a Jason Statham action movie, a shark movie, kind of like Jaws, but with a bigger shark. I didn't see how those two movies would get put together in exactly the way I wanted them to. Because I was like, oh, they're probably not going to go with it. They're probably going to make him do something else. But no, he did exactly what Jason Statham always does. Bunch of crazy stunts, bunch of crazy action, and fights the bad guy hand to hand. Which is all I wanted.
And it's what you got.
It is what I got.
So it was a fun romp at the theater.
So how many rivets can we give it?
You can give
up
it
to 10.
Up to 10 rivets.
I'm going to give it 10. I want to own this movie. It fulfilled everything that I wanted to have.
So you consider this the perfect movie?
This is the perfect movie.
Is it better than Jaws?
It might be better than Jaws. I really love Jaws.
Is it better than Princess Bride?
Yeah, it's better than Princess Bride. It's pretty freaking great. Although I don't know. It's at least on the same level as Jaws.
Then it can't be a 10.
Why? Jaws is my favorite movie.
A 10 is the perfect movie. You don't ever need to watch another movie.
You can give it 9.95.
9.95.
There you go. But a 10 is a perfect movie.
It's pretty great. I want to own this movie.
And you probably can in 3 months.
Yes. And I will.
So you recommend it to all viewers and listeners?
Yeah. Well, unless they don't like action or shark movies.
If you don't like fun, don't go see the Meg.
Yeah. If you hate fun, go do something else.
Or if you have an actual genuine phobia of sharks, you may not want to go see it.
Yeah, there is that.
My sister is a lot of fun to watch scary movies with.
Oh?
She's one of those people that screams.
Now, which sister is this?
My younger sister, Jules.
Is that the one that you own Jump City comic books and collectibles with?
It is.
Oh, yes. Right. The sister who owns the comic book store here in town. Where could I find that store?
Jump City. Timmins, Ontario, Canada.
It's located now at 38 Pine Street North. Timmins, Ontario, in the basement of the 101 Mall.
Very cool. And you should definitely go there to get all your geek on.
Yeah. Also, now there's a new little cafe that's open called the Atomic Cafe.
And you designed a logo for said thing.
Yes.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Not only are you a comic book store co-owner, you're also a logo designer and artiste.
Yeah, but I don't want people to hire me to design logos.
You should totally want people to hire you to design logos. You can make a fortune.
I don't want to. I don't like it.
One big corporate logo, and that's all you need.
Just one logo. Here, you get this.
Logo design is big business.
I know, but it's also really awful.
Yeah, it's very cutthroat. But,
Also, like,
sometimes you have to cut somebody's throat.
If only that were actually part of the job. Having people not be able to explain to you what they want and just want you to go with it, and then you constantly come back with a design, and then they're like, I hate it, do it again.
And that's why they pay you the big bucks.
Yeah, but some people don't actually want to pay you the big bucks. And then the people who want to pay you the big bucks, they want to see your previous work, and I only have two examples.
So start small, get your design out there, have a retainer at the beginning, so at least they pay you something, and then you give them the final bill after.
It's not really worth it.
Okay. All right. Well, speaking of design logos, you know the Rivet, the robot from our
he's great.
logo? Well, my buddy Andrew designed that for me years and years ago when I wanted to open up the Rusted Robot comic book shop. It's his birthday on the 27th of August, so I just wanted to give him a great big birthday shout out.
Happy birthday, Andrew.
And another thanks for designing the logo of the Rusted Robot podcast.
Yeah, he's hella cute.
No, thank you very much. Happy birthday. I hope you have a fun birthday.
He's going to be 42.
Ah, so he will know all.
He'll have the answers to life, the universe, and everything.
Oh, there we go.
And then my birthday is exactly 1 week later, and then I will have the answers, but probably not because reasons.
Yeah.
So.
Then you'd have to end your other podcast.
I would. The Soulforge podcast.
You'd have the answers, but you wouldn't know the questions.
That's the problem. You know, that might be the entire problem with my entire life.
You don't know what the questions
I've got all the answers, but I don't know what any of the questions are.
What a strange problem to have.
Yeah. Actually, this past weekend on the Soulforge podcast, I excavated my writings from my university days and read some of them on the podcast and told the stories behind them.
That's exciting.
So that was different.
What'd you go for again in university?
English literature.
So, to waste money.
Pretty much. Essentially, if I could do my life over again, I would probably become an electrician, a plumber, a carpenter, some kind of a skill so I could actually know how to do things.
Trade jobs are always worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's like people are like, oh, I don't want to be a plumber. That's a blue-collar job. Do you know how much a plumber makes?
Yeah, exactly. And everybody in my family were either mechanics or carpenters or any of that kind of stuff. People who could do stuff. I can't do anything, Josh. I can talk
know,
on.
You wound up with a pretty good job.
Yeah, it doesn't take any skill.
Yeah,
All I have to do is
yeah.
match numbers and put paper from one spot to another.
You'd be surprised how many people can't do that.
Well,
Yeah. Also being able to walk every single day, that's also a thing nobody wants to do.
nobody wants to do it. And now I have calves of steel.
Yeah.
After being a mailman for almost 12 years,
And a mailman's a good job.
It's a
And you
decent
have to be a reliable person.
I'm a reliable person, Kitty.
Yeah.
Yes.
You should start training in the French kicking martial art.
Sabat?
I mean, he's got the legs for it.
Yeah. You just gotta get real stretchy, though. 'Cause you gotta be able to kick somebody in the head without your other leg leaving the ground.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I could do a Soulforge podcast episode about my training.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Because if you're not listening to the Soulforge, you should be. And I always like to add more content. So I don't know if you guys know this. We have a YouTube channel.
We do.
All you have to do is search my name, Sean Vanderloo.
Sean Vanderloo.
Look it up. I just put a new video up the other day because I figured we've been putting up the Soulforge and the Rusted Robot podcast episode links, I guess. They are. It's just the background of whatever the episode art is, and then our voices and the content. But I figured we should do some more value-added stuff. So I got a, what was it called? It was called the Body Architect Posture Corrector. So what it is, it's like a packsack, and it straps, and it's supposed to make you not slouch. So I did
Is it awful?
It's awful. And I did an unboxing video, which is horrible because I'm not good on camera, but I did it anyway.
Yeah, but a good unboxing video, all that should appear is your hands.
Well, no, it was me. With the camera was over on the bed, and I was in front of the Rusted Robot logo banner, and then I was me just saying, "Hey, I've just got this thing." I took it and I tried to put it on. You need two people to put it on because the loops have to go through, and I only had me there, so it was pretty ridiculous. It's only 4 minutes, but you can find that video
That sounds hilarious.
on the YouTube channel. So subscribe today.
Is it uncomfortable once you do get it on?
A little bit because it's pulling your shoulders back. It's material with a couple straps, and they Velcro up.
I know everybody seems to like it when people stand up straight.
Yeah.
Apparently we all as humans are more attractive when we stand up straight.
True.
But apparently also because of all the things that we do in our lives, we're not really meant to stand totally straight anymore.
Huh, is that right?
Everybody slouches forward a little bit.
Yeah, because they're all looking at their phones.
No, it's because of all the stuff we had to carry on our backs all the time.
I'm always carrying stuff on my back. It's usually 35 pounds of mail and flyers and parcels.
Yeah. Well, Oh, sorry, go ahead.
How heavy was your backpack as a kid? Because I know when I was in school, I was carrying about 15, 20 pounds of stuff in my backpack all the time.
It was probably a duffel bag, actually.
I had a 40-pound backpack.
Yeah, in university I had a packsack, backpack, knapsack. I don't even know what you call them anymore.
Well, it depends on, there's different styles. Backpack is different from knapsack, which is different from...
Packsack? A backpack?
Backpack, 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 backpack. On the backpack, loaded up with things and knickknacks too. Anything that you might need, I got inside for you. Backpack, 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 backpack. Yeah!
Packsack and backpack, I think, are exactly the
No.
same.
A packsack is a loose bag in your back. like those ones with just the strings.
Oh, like a hobo would
Like a
have.
drawstring one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what is the difference between that and a knapsack?
Knapsack sits lower on your back.
Ah.
Okay.
And
Backpack sits
the
high.
nap of your back?
The backpack sits high and holds on, and the knapsack is lower.
All right. Well,
Things you learn.
this thing is like a backpack, but it's just got a piece of triangular fabric that goes right here on your back, just below your neck, and then it straps and does this thing. And
Yeah, it's like 2 messenger bags, but it puts more of the weight on your back and shoulders than just on one shoulder.
so the point of the whole story is that I did the unboxing video, and I'm very uncomfortable in front of a camera, and I felt ridiculous, but I did it anyway to add more value to the YouTube channel, and I hope everybody will check it out. Because it was...
Just pretend it's a microphone. You're fine in front of the microphone.
I'm fine in front of the microphone because nobody can see me except for you guys.
I really don't mind being in front of a camera.
You know what you should do?
Tell me.
Okay, right now you just have a naked camera, right?
Yeah, so it was just my phone.
Oh, just your phone?
Yeah, it was just the front camera on my phone.
So you need to get one of those styrofoam heads.
Yeah.
Cut a slot, put your camera in it. Okay?
Ooh.
That way you're looking at a face.
Right. And I could make it look like a Borg. I could Borgify the face.
You can do whatever you want to the face.
I think that might be unnerving to me, to have a Borg watching me do stuff.
Well, if you screw up, you're going to be assimilated, so you don't want to screw up, and you're going to be perfect.
That would make me nervouser.
Nervouser?
Nervouser.
More nervous?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I went to school for English literature. Not English grammar, but I know a few things.
I'm still in my Jimmy Jams. So,
You are.
Yeah.
It's early Saturday morning, and I came over.
And I'm finally not working, so...
You're finally not working.
Yeah.
We have Kitty on the podcast. It's pretty great. Things that aren't great. We lost... This is Josh's favorite section. It's the celebrity death of the week. We lost this Friday, yesterday, because today is Saturday. We lost Robin Leach. You don't know who that is, do you, Kitty?
No.
All right, Robin Leach, the veteran entertainment journalist, best known for his work on TV's Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, died early Friday morning. He was 76.
I'm Robin Leach with champagne wishes and caviar dreams.
He had been hospitalized since November 21st after suffering a stroke in Cabo San Lucas.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about this guy. The London native gave viewers a glimpse of those with champagne wishes and caviar dreams with Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, which aired in syndication from 1984 to 1995. The more eye-popping and outrageous, the better, Leach told AskMen.com in 2007. We wanted to make your mouth drop. That was the main effect. One picture was worth 1,000 words, so if you had more pictures, the less you would have to say. He was also an early investor in the Food Network. Born on August 29th, 1941, Leach wrote for the Harrow Observer while he was attending the Harrow County School for Boys, earning $6 a week at the newspaper after he graduated. And he went on to become the youngest editor at London's Daily Mail at 18. Then wrote for the New York Daily News, Ladies' Home Journal, People, and The Star after moving to the U.S. in 1963. So that's a little bit about Robin Leach, and you don't know who that is. But that was a famous show. Everybody watched it because you saw all these rich and famous stars in their houses. You saw it, eh, Josh?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking
They
about.
had him on The Simpsons. It's just,
Yeah,
I never saw him as a real person.
They've parodied him.
Oh, so
everywhere.
many times. Because his accent was so unique.
Yeah, it does not sound like a London accent.
No. Yeah, it was almost undetermined where it was from.
No.
I wake up to caviar in the morning.
I think it's because he was being very posh.
I go to bed with a bottle of champagne.
No, he wasn't being posh. He wasn't British posh.
No, he was just like extra posh because he was dealing with the rich and famous. He was like, I am the one who is more famous because I am the one who interviews the rich and famous. Everybody looks at me every week, but they only look at you when I'm interviewing you. But they all want to see you because they all know a little bit about you. And I'm going to invade your life and home now.
Yeah, so I watched it lots when I was a kid. And I was like, wow, these places are amazing. So it had the desired effect. He would have been 77 this coming Wednesday, the 29th. That's also my friend Jen from university, her birthday as well, and she'll be 42, and she'll have the answers to everything as well that day.
You know, a lot of people turn in the same age as you.
Imagine that. Isn't that weird?
I don't know very many people turning the same age as me.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'm not friends with people my own age.
Her friend group is either older or younger.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You can have as many friends of different ages as you like.
Good.
You have my permission. Okay, so Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous was not a show you ever watched.
No.
Did you ever watch In Search Of with Leonard Nimoy?
I think I might have seen an episode or two.
And you, Josh?
Like,
of course.
I know what you're talking about when you say that.
It used to be on
but I don't
PBS.
think I watched it because I didn't have cable.
Okay. I used to watch it in high school all the time. It was either on my lunch break or before school started. I can't remember now because that's 25 years ago. But I watched it all the time. It was Leonard Nimoy. That was Star Trek's Mr. Spock telling you about all this crazy, weird, freaky stuff. Well, September 13th, just a few weeks from now, Kitty, the History Channel, at least here in Canada, I'm not sure the US History Channel, is going to premiere the first season of the reimagined series In Search of, and you know who it stars?
Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Does not.
Oh.
It stars Zachary Quinto.
Ha! That's amazing!
New Spock. Well, not new Spock, but old new Spock.
Newish Spock.
Right, because Ethan Peck is going to be new Spock on Season 2 of Star Trek Discovery. This is Spock from the Kelvin Timeline Universe movies.
So they specifically just want somebody who used to be a Spock being the narrator?
I think Zachary Quinto just wants to be Leonard Nimoy.
Well, who wouldn't want to be? You want to be Leonard Nimoy.
I played Mirror Spock
Yeah.
at a Halloween costume contest.
Yeah, there you go.
So...
I would not want to be Leonard Nimoy.
Because he's dead?
Yes.
Yeah, but other than that...
He had a good run.
But
his run is over.
It's over.
And I don't want to jump into his run now.
No, that would be not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because... Yeah, no. Let's not do that.
No.
But...
Well, I think it was great. And considering it wouldn't actually change your age to, like, be more like Leonard. Everybody should try to be more like Leonard Nimoy.
Be like, yes.
Yeah.
But the
Well, you can't actually be, but what you want and what you can are two different things.
Maybe emulate the philosophy of Spock.
Yeah. Because he was great, and everybody should try to be like Spock. It's a good life lesson there.
That's not bad. Hey, so you haven't been on the podcast in a while. What do you think of Jean-Luc Picard coming back to TV?
I think it's great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think he's going to be? Do you think he's going to be a captain, an admiral, an ambassador, an archaeologist? Is he going to have a bed and breakfast with Beverly?
From what I understand, he's going back to being...
Civilian?
He's going to be in charge of a ship of some sort.
Is that what you heard? I never heard that.
I did hear that. Well, I read it somewhere.
Oh.
But I don't know if he's going to be... I don't think it would make sense for him to be a captain because he's already been an admiral,
Yeah.
right?
No. Well, in the future timelines. But
Yeah.
maybe in the books. I don't know. I'm not
Well,
sure.
like, I think this is going to take place after that, right?
Well, it takes place 20 years after Nemesis, so...
Yeah, so they can't, like, demote him.
No, he was never in the movies and TV show, which is the prime canon.
Mm-hmm.
He was never promoted to admiral.
He was always a captain. When the last time we saw him on Star Trek Nemesis in 2002, he was
okay.
captain.
Why was I imagining him to be a higher station?
Because he should have been an admiral by this point.
Was it the uniform, just, maybe?
No, it's probably because he should have been an admiral by this point. Because he's been serving in that role for a long time.
Well, he might just
but
be...
he's
captain.
following Kirk's advice.
Don't let them promote you.
Ah.
Don't let them promote you. Don't let them transfer you. Don't let them do anything that takes you off the bridge of that ship, because while you're there, you can make a difference.
Yeah, okay. Well, then maybe he'll be captain.
We don't know.
But as far as I know, he's still going to be Captain Jean-Luc Picard, and that sounds awesome. I would like to see him have gone on adventures, though. I really like his off-ship adventures where he's doing stuff.
It's going to be exciting anyway, no matter...
I want his BFF, why can't I remember his name right now? Gandalf. Jean-Luc Picard meets...
Ian McKellen.
Meets Gandalf. Yeah, Ian McKellen. I want him to just show up.
It could be an X-Men reunion.
Yeah.
There you
Well,
go.
I want him to be like an alien, maybe.
Of course.
Or something.
He could be like a Q.
Yeah. Well, but then they'd be best friends, and it wouldn't have the same...
Antagonistic relationship as
Yeah.
John Delancey's Q had with Picard.
because he just hated him, and that's what made watching the Q interesting, because he could do whatever he wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had Jean-Luc Picard best friends with a Q, the show wouldn't even be about Star Trek anymore. It'd just be about crazy adventures of Captain Jean-Luc Picard and the Q.
Crazy Adventures with the Q is one of the best things to have.
Yeah, I guess. And really, that's all people want to see anyway, is just those two having fun. I've been following the two of them on social media for a while.
Yeah?
They're hilarious when they're together. Like, they're hilarious separately, but oh my gosh, they're so much more fun when they're together.
So Picard's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
What other character from TNG would you like to see come back?
I would like to see...
Either to jump into Picard's show,
Mm-hmm.
or get their own show.
You remember in Star Trek Voyager, there was an episode called Timeless, where they had to go back in time and save the ship from crash landing on the ice planet. And it was Chakotay and Kim.
Mm-hmm.
And they were being tracked down by Captain Geordi of the Starship Challenger.
This is Captain LaForge of the Starship Challenger. You seem to be in quite a hurry.
I would love to see Geordi in the Starship Challenger TV series, or even as like a side character in the Picard series. I'd also like to see Data back, but it couldn't be Brent Spiner unless they use the de-aging technology. So maybe they could get somebody who looks like Brent Spiner, or like a...
Yeah, that'd be real expensive.
They downloaded him into a female android, so it's some young hot chick with Captain Picard going on adventures. I don't know. And I'm sure Worf will be there somewhere, because Worf's always there.
Worf is always there. I like him.
You always got to pay for his planes. So.
Right. And I wouldn't mind seeing Chief O'Brien back as the transporter chief, just for fun.
I want to see Barclay.
Katie has the right answer.
That's not a bad answer either.
I love Barclay. And he's in everything. He's hilarious.
Yeah, I could go for that. And then some new characters as well. And
there was also one particular... Because like a lot of the extras were also crewmen on the show.
I want to see Ensign Sonia Gomez back. Remember her?
No.
She's the one who spilled the hot chocolate on
Picard
in the Borg episode.
Yes, yes.
She was only in two episodes. And I think she played one of the mutants in Total Recall.
Yeah,
oh, that's fun.
She was the one that was... they were setting her up as a love interest.
For Geordi?
Yeah.
But then...
They're like, no, Geordi's better off alone.
Yeah, they just cut that storyline.
Sad Geordi is the best Geordi.
Oh!
So I'd like to see Barclay back.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to... Because there was one crew member that appeared the most as an extra.
Mm-hmm.
I want him there, but just as a background character.
And never say any words.
He's never said a word before. He never gets to say a word again. But I want him still there.
Okay.
Because
maybe that'll happen.
Picard's like, you know, you are one of the best officers I've ever had. You work diligently. You never give me any problems. We always have these great conversations when things are slow.
Mm-hmm. And maybe the first episode will be him getting like a ship. He'll be a Commodore or something, or a fleet admiral. But Janeway has to give him his marching orders because she was the last. No, actually, Enterprise was the last TV series, but all those people are dead because that's 200 years in the past. But they need a continuation from one of the other series. Maybe it's Admiral Riker. That would be even cooler.
Admiral Riker giving Captain Picard orders?
Yes.
No.
That would be a nice turn.
DePaul. It could be DePaul.
Do you think
They're very old.
Yeah, they live a really long time.
Well, let's see. In 2150s, she was 60.
Mm-hmm.
So 20... No, she'd be 260. That wouldn't work. Because this place takes place in like 2500.
Yeah.
Or 2400. The year 2400.
Don't Vulcans live like a ridiculously
200
long
years.
time? Oh.
So she'd be
200 years is average.
Yeah. I don't have
any
physiology textbooks about Vulcans, but...
So, well, okay, humans live on average 70 years depending on the region you're in, right?
Right now, yeah.
Then we have people that have reached 115.
Yeah.
That's an increase of over 50%.
Right.
Okay.
I see where you're going with this.
So an increase of over 50% on 200 years is 300 years.
Hmm.
So,
Do you think she'd still be working, though, is the thing?
Oh, we gotta see Guinan.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, yeah. She's like
she's got a
immortal,
cut.
right?
Yeah.
no, they just live a really long time.
Her dad was 700 years old at one point in one episode that she mentioned that.
What about the crystalline entity? That thing's still probably alive.
It got exploded real good.
Oh, no.
No, so I've always had a problem with that. I'm like, you can't do that. It's a crystalline entity.
Mm-hmm.
It's made of crystals. When you break a crystal off of a crystal,
You
you
just
have
have
a
two
smaller
crystals.
crystal.
And it grows back.
And it'll continue to grow if given the right conditions.
So if it exploded into a million pieces, we'd have a million crystalline entity things?
Yes,
Yeah.
but they're really small now, so they're going to take a really long time to wipe out each planet each.
Right.
As they grow again and get
Also,
bigger.
they might have a specific vendetta against those who blew them up in the first place. And now there's lots of them.
So what I think we're saying is there are endless possibilities for these new TV series.
Mm.
It's exciting.
It is exciting.
You know what else is exciting? Robots are exciting.
Agreed.
And we are the Rusted Robot Podcast, are we not?
I believe we are.
Okay, well, I came across this article this week, and before we get into that article, let's play a promo for another podcast on the ESO network.
This week on Myopia Defend Your Childhood. Myopia Defend Your Childhood is so named because I believe we are short-sighted on the things we watched as kids. So every week we watch a movie that one of the panelists grew up watching and see if they hold up, from comedy to cartoons or to action. And for this season, the last Thursday of each month, we're doing a TV show in our Myopia Mornings segments. We watch Saturday morning cartoons and afternoon classics. So find us on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. How will you stand when we put your past on trial? Myopia Defend Your Childhood is a member of the ESO Network and produced by Dude Letter Podcasting.
And that's a great podcast promo. And
Yeah.
I hope you'll check out their podcast and all the podcasts on the ESO Network.
It sounds fantastic. I can't wait to listen to it.
It's exciting. I'm anticipating the next episode all the time. So back to the article that I came across. And it's on the Facebook page, the facebook.com/The Rusted Robot. And all our listeners can find that there and read the article themselves. It's called 99 Things That Robots Were Supposed to Be Doing by Now. Okay. And it's got a picture of Rosie from the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Okay, so what this article is, it's a list of 99 things that by this time in our era, or future, right now, whatever it is, robots were supposed to be doing. And each one on the list has a blue hyperlink to the article that
claim that they would be doing.
Exactly, and these are from either 10 years ago or 20 years ago, but articles that you can find. I'm not going to go into all the articles. That would be another 100 episodes for the Rusted Robot.
Yeah, that would be lunacy.
We'd have to explore each one. So what I'll do is I will just read them off, and if you have any comments, you can comment on them. Humanoid robots are still relatively primitive here in the 21st century. Sure, we have Roombas that can vacuum our floors and Boston Dynamics robots that are doing backflips. But when it comes to the dream of our own personal robot servant, we're still in the dark ages. You can't go down to Costco and pick up a fully functional
I am programmed in multiple techniques.
robot butler just yet. But robots were going to do so much more than just give us the opportunity to have our own Rosie from the Jetsons. These mechanical humans were going to do many phenomenal and complex things, from writing Hollywood movies to becoming police officers. According to the people of the 20th century, we were supposed to be surrounded with robots by now. But here, in the year 2018, we feel as far away from that fantasy as ever. Below is a list of just some of the things people of the past said robots would do in the near future. Many of them are fun or weird, while others are downright scary, but they're all still futuristic. Okay, so that's the preamble. Here we go. Robots were supposed to replace school teachers. Can you see that happening?
Well, we have the ability to teach people using... It's not the robot teaching
telepresence,
them right now.
but it's...
But it's broadcasted to multiple people all at the same time. And then if somebody needs individual help, they have the ability to help them easier because they can teleprompt people who aren't really there.
But it's not a robot.
Yeah, that's not really a robot thing.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although, the kids do have a lot of computer programs right now that help them learn math.
Oh, there you go.
Mhm.
Okay. Number 2, they were supposed to be professional boxers.
That's weird.
Lots of movies like that, and we had Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Yeah, any of the fighting robots so people don't actually get hurt.
Yeah.
We kind of had that.
Yeah, we've had that.
But they're not, ever present. It's not.
Well,
like
it hasn't gotten big yet.
Well,
but
it's the sumo robots, they're remote controlled, but
Yeah.
We had BattleBots.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We had the ones they made sets of stand-up fighting ones. They weren't that great.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the big battle between Japan and North America, which was
right. I think what the article's going for though is like Real Steel with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, well, we're in the early stages.
Right.
We've had 3 different events that I can name off the top of my head.
True. Okay.
Maybe there's some secret underground one where they do have them, but they can't let us know about them because they're fighting robots.
True.
Once they get
where's
out,
most
they'll
of
murder
Boston
us
Dynamics
all.
and money going?
Oh, good question. We don't know. It's a secret. Okay, so robots were also supposed to pay taxes. They were supposed to write screenplays. They were supposed to shoot us with our own guns.
So, pay taxes, it's an object. If it's paying taxes, it has rights and therefore can't be considered a robot. It would have to be an android because a robot is, by definition, a servant.
See A Measure of a Man, Star Trek The Next Generation Season 2, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but the writing a script, that's not a robot. That's an AI. That's a bot.
Yeah.
And then they probably could be shooting us with our own guns, but I think they purposely did fail safes to prevent that.
Yeah.
Because it was in sci-fi. So they're just like, oh, we predicted this could happen. And you could program an AI in a turret gun to just fire at anything that moved.
Well,
but I think they just didn't do that.
They do have...
at anything, though.
They have autonomous weapons now that do have fire control.
I know, but part of the thing is...
So they are firing their guns.
They do program them specifically not to fire at the person who's on the same team. I'm sure somebody's been shot by one, though.
Yeah, I'm certain.
Okay, here's two that are similar. Robots were supposed to commit suicide and also supposed to cause humans to commit suicide.
That's terrible and a bad idea.
I haven't read all the articles that go with this, so we'll just leave that one alone. They were supposed to make war obsolete by fighting our battles for us without any human casualties.
That's... by now, no. Because the whole point of war is you want to inflict casualties upon your opponent to make him give up.
Yeah, if it's just things fighting things, we might as well just play marbles to see who's going to be the winner.
We're getting back to the battle bots and real steel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was that movie? Robojocks.
Yeah.
Where the countries would build one giant fighting robot and they go into the tournament and they do it in place of war.
Do you remember
Which is fine, but like if nobody's getting hurt, then you
There's
might
no
as well
cost.
do anything. You could just have a foot race.
Do you remember in the early days of Rusted Robot when Peter, Andrew's brother, did a Rivet's Ready Room supplemental on Robot Jocks, the movie? That
was a long time
That was
ago,
a long.
Brett.
That's like in the year 2014, maybe 2014. I'm pretty sure he did a bunch of different supplemental episodes. So Robot Jocks was one of them. Robots were supposed to
not robot, Robojocks.
Yeah, that. They were supposed to travel around restaurants to collect the bill.
They have that in Japan.
Cool.
Yeah, there's also robot hosts and bellboys at a hotel.
That's true. I did see that. They were supposed to replace our pet dogs.
They did that.
They did that. Aibo.
Okay. They were supposed to follow the milkman everywhere.
That seems weird.
And very antiquated. So that must... Let me just click on the hyperlink.
Does anybody still have a milkman? I'm sure somebody's got a milkman.
I don't think they exist anywhere.
Yeah, I'm certain they exist in like.
I bet you there's like. There's
Portland. They gotta exist in Portland.
There's. A mountain country in oh, it's not a country though. It's a mountainous area. I want to say.
Well, I just clicked on the link, so I'll tell you what it says here.
They have Burmese mountain dogs that haul milk from one place to another, and they still drop off. But it's instead of being like small things of milk, it's a big can of milk.
Okay. Well, this was an article from 2012, Smithsonian.com. Remember Milkmen? Yeah, neither do I. In 2007, I moved into an apartment building in St. Paul that was built during the early 1920s. I remember asking the building manager what the small 2-foot-tall doors attached to the outside of each apartment were for. The doors had long been painted shut and no longer open to the inside of the apartments, as it looked like they should. The manager explained that the doors were used decades ago by milkmen who would make deliveries during the day while people were at work. In the 1920s, virtually all milk consumed in the United States was delivered directly to the home. By the early 1970s, it was only about 15%. By the 1990s, it was less than 1%. So, not very many people anywhere. And the article goes on and on and on. And if you click on the blue hyperlinks for all these things, there's so much information about all this robot stuff, but it's interesting. Then they were supposed to have machine guns for heads.
That's a poor design choice.
Right. They were supposed to be your friends forever.
With machine gun head.
Well, these are two separate different
Oh,
things.
okay.
But they were supposed to tend crops on the sea cities of the future. Sea cities of the future.
Well, they do have... You can have a robot now. Have you heard about the robot gardens?
I have not.
Okay, so what you do is you set up this interesting framework over top a square or rectangular shaped garden inside a garden box. You can build it to different dimensions if you want a larger or smaller garden. And then it has like a little, like a robot head on it with a camera. And it also has it's got the water hooked up to it. And it connects to an app on your phone, and it will show you the progression of different plants in your garden, like actual pictures of them and how they're doing. And it will also tell you which plants need to be watered and when.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And you can set it to a timer, and it will just water your plants and also give them feed if they need it. But it will also recommend that you update things occasionally. It'll be like, this here is not supposed to get water until blah, but also it's really dry. You want me to water it?
That sounds pretty handy.
It's pretty neat.
Okay, so I'll just read a few more just to get through the list. They were supposed to help us remove our coats. They were supposed to have sex with romantic old maids. They were supposed to be movie theater ushers. They were supposed to create a 20-hour work week. They were supposed to look like
They kind of did create a 20-hour work week.
You find?
Yeah, you just need to have 4 jobs to support yourself.
There you go. That's right. They were supposed to look like Cary Grant and be great in bed. They were supposed to eat dead people on the battlefield.
That's terrifying.
That's gross. They were supposed to scrub our pots and pans. They were supposed to help men shave in the morning, greet us at department stores, go to the supermarket
They have that
for
one.
us. Yeah.
No, the greeting at department stores in Japan.
In Japan.
We have so many fun things.
They were supposed to go to the supermarket for us, cook and serve our breakfast, terrorize musicians, apparently. They were supposed to bathe our kids. They were supposed to farm the devastated Earth after a nuclear apocalypse.
Thank goodness we don't need that.
They can do that right now, but we'd have to initiate the nuclear apocalypse.
I'd prefer we didn't.
Exactly. So that one's not fair. You can't blame the robots for that one.
It's not their fault.
Yeah, we gotta blow up the Earth first.
Let's not do that. At least not yet. They were supposed to cut our hair. They were supposed to become police officers. Automate all of our fast food restaurants.
They're working on that.
Save people after earthquakes.
They're doing that.
They were supposed to have dapper mustaches.
You can draw on a dapper mustache to any robot.
Of course you can.
You could get like a non-drawn-on one and stick it on with magnets.
There you go. They were supposed to be guard dogs.
They have that.
Drive our cars, drive our boats, and operate our trains.
They have all those.
Play on the beach, deliver our jumpsuits. They were supposed to give Nazi salutes.
Oh.
These are a lot of weird articles that I haven't gone into.
No, this is like weird and deep.
I think they were just really searching for this article to get 99. They were supposed to compete in the Olympics, and they were supposed to replace all human jockeys.
They are both competing in the Olympics, but it's robot Olympics. Because it's unfair to put them against humans.
Right.
Ironically, because humans win every time.
Is that right?
Yeah. In physical activities, a human is too diverse in ability to adapt.
That makes sense.
And there are robot jockeys. They're camel jockeys.
Okay, that's cool.
But also, I think for horses, they tried it, and people found it less
compelling to watch.
Yeah, they didn't care as much.
That makes a lot
when
of
it was
sense.
just horses running.
Because you don't have the human dynamic.
I guess it's because when people just want to see an animal running instead of going to watch horse races, they just go to watch dogs.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. They were supposed to help fly fighter jets like R2-D2. They were supposed to be better at sex than humans.
A broad variety of pleasuring.
They were supposed to help us explore distant planets.
They're doing that.
Which they kind of do. They're supposed to answer the phone.
They do that.
Pick oranges.
They do that.
Sell us kitchen knives. Clear the table. Become door-to-door salesmen. Can you imagine?
You could. I'll bet you anything that lady that makes, the robots that do jobs, but they're all awful. Like the one that wakes her up in the morning by smacking her in the face.
Yeah, she has her own YouTube channel.
I'll bet you anything she's made a robot that clears the table, but it's probably just a big arm that just swipes
smashes them all over the floor.
Smashes everything on the floor.
That's exactly right.
I've seen, actually, there was a Popular Mechanics video. The table is a split table.
Mm-hmm.
The table separates a bit.
Yeah.
And then tips up.
And everything falls in the middle?
Everything falls in the middle. You don't use paper plates, right? And the whole thing mulches it up, and then it digests it.
That's a good idea.
And then it gets energy from the food.
Right on.
Yeah, but then you couldn't have like your favorite cups or plates and stuff.
True. No, everything goes in the middle. You have to use paper, cutlery, and...
Oh, that sounds awful. I get weirdly attached to things like paper, like plates and cups.
Well, that would be separate. You'd have to have your other dining room.
And the same people that made that table also made a living room table with little squares in the side that open up and catch mice, and it digests the mice to power itself to catch more mice.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's a killer robot.
That makes sense. I like the idea of them being door-to-door salesmen because you open your door and they say, "This is automated unit 4571832-9. Would you like to buy a vacuum?"
As long as it's not like, "Would you like to buy a knife?" and then proceeds to ram
you?
the knife near you.
Right.
Yeah, but then the Roomba would be coming out like, "Come on, bro, what are you doing? I got a job here. Don't kick me out."
Exactly. They were supposed to terrorize the countryside with chemical weapons. They were
I
supposed.
assume they could probably do that.
Me too. They were supposed to help us pick up our fruit at warehouses.
They do that.
Play cards with us. Talk to each other, Skynet style.
They do.
Mm-hmm. They were supposed to have boyfriends. They were supposed to serve us Italian food in Tokyo.
I think that's happening.
It might be.
What, did they not have other kinds of food? Like when you go to Japan, is it only Japanese food?
I don't know. I've never been
I
there.
assume they have other kinds of
Because
food.
I know
They
there
have
are several
spaghetti there.
restaurants that have the robots, that servers and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if any of them serve Italian food, but I'm fairly certain at least one probably does. So that is not a definite yes, but that's a probably yes that's happening currently.
And these are all very specific articles based on all
but
these things.
We're getting quite a few yeses, so they're actually doing these things.
They were also supposed to serve Chinese food in California.
I'm not sure about that one.
They were supposed to decorate our Christmas trees.
There is a robot that does that.
Replace Santa's reindeer.
That seems like a bad idea.
You can't replace Santa's reindeer.
Right, I know.
They're magic creatures. They can fly. One has a laser nose.
Yeah.
Also, like, they can fly way faster than any machine ever could because of magic.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have jet-powered reindeer. They just murder everybody. Like, they'd land on your house and the whole house would get crushed.
Well, the speed they would need to travel, the shockwave would destroy everything around.
And there's no way you could do that and also get the gifts in the chimneys.
Right. I think what we could do is about 50 different supplemental episodes
About Santa's reindeer?
where we explore the actual articles based on these headlines.
Ah.
That would be interesting. That would be a lot of work. They were supposed to play William Tell, which I don't get the reference for, and I didn't read the article.
Isn't he the guy that shot the apple off his
Yeah,
kid's
That's what
head?
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume they probably could. But
Okay.
I don't think they should use a real human underneath the apple.
No. They were supposed to sing songs about computers and ride around on roller skates. And
there is a roller skating bot. I've seen that.
Okay. They were supposed to hunt down humans for being inferior, but they were also supposed to carry our drinks and replace the American
There's a
housewife.
drink-carrying robot.
There are many drink-carrying robots.
I know. They used to sell them in the consumer's distributing catalog back in the
Yeah,
80s.
they have fully autonomous ones now.
I bet they do. They were supposed to direct an orchestra. They were supposed to be in every American home, and they were supposed to enslave humanity. They were also supposed to adjust our screen walls, which I guess is
Adjust
something...
our screen walls?
Yeah,
That's
like,
something Rosie did.
Like a TV wall, I would imagine.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be our personal shoppers and smoke cigarettes and populate our theme parks.
Could you imagine if you had a robot where it had no other purpose than ruining your home by smoking cigarettes in it?
Right. They were supposed to become Supermen and replace humanity, which may still happen, we don't know. And I, for one, welcome our robot overlords. They were supposed to help kids with their homework, help us escape the ruined city we once called home.
That's more the nuclear apocalypse thing.
Yeah.
We just let us ruin the cities first, and then we can escape the robots. Come on, guys.
They were supposed to drive buses and perform in dancing chorus lines. They were also supposed to punch us in the face, apparently.
Wait.
They're...
Does the robot animal jamboree, does that count as dancing in a chorus line?
No, but that might count as playing music.
Ah.
Because there was one earlier playing in a band.
Do you guys remember those weird things
Yeah, I
where
remember
they
them.
had like mechanical robot things that would like move
They
around
were-
a little bit?
But they weren't really robots, those were animatronics.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Here's one. They were supposed to become implanted in our pets. I don't know how that
What, a
works.
robot?
Yeah, I guess.
Their definition of robot seems very loose, because a lot of the stuff is just computer AI stuff, and a lot of that's happening.
They were supposed to load artillery shells.
They do that.
Supposed to be kings by the year 2000.
We barely even have... We don't have a king now.
Right. They were supposed to take a lot of abuse without crying.
Well, there's that whole video of them kicking over those robots to see
Yeah.
if they're stable.
The Boston Dynamic guys are really giving them a lot of boost, and they haven't cried once.
That's pretty good.
Probably because they haven't installed tear ducts yet, but they're working on it.
Although at the end of the video, that one robot does just leave.
Well, Klingons don't have your tear ducts either, so...
Really?
Yeah.
That's a misconception.
That's why As It Were did not cry when her father died in Star Trek 6.
That's a lie.
If she had tear ducts, she would weep.
You need
Would
tear
she-
ducts. They liquefy on the eye. She lied.
Okay. They were also supposed to have little baby robots.
Oh, like nanites?
I'm not sure.
I think they might be referring in that one to batteries not included.
Oh, it could be. Yeah, we'd have to click on all the links, and that would.
And batteries not included doesn't count. Those are alien robots. We didn't make those ones.
And to really
They're
get
von Neumann
into
probes.
this all these articles, we'd have to have like a 7-hour podcast, and I don't think we're prepared for that.
I'm ready. Let's go.
It's fine. We're having conjecture.
They were supposed to walk around as paint mixers, and they were supposed to toil in our fields.
They do that.
And they were supposed to serve tea, And squeeze
They do that.
Squeeze orange juice for us.
They do that.
They were supposed to tell jokes.
That's like, again, that's an AI thing rather than a robot thing.
They were supposed to be talking with Walt Disney's frozen head. They were supposed to drive around our living rooms on 3 wheels.
They do that. Roomba. They have 3 wheels.
And they were supposed to become household slaves.
Roomba.
Run our warehouses.
They do that.
Fly.
They do that.
Put everyone out of work.
They're working on it.
Supposed to be everywhere on the highway.
They're starting to get there with the automated cars.
Supposed to prepare meals to our exact specifications.
There is a chef bot.
Okay. They were supposed to mow our lawns.
They have that.
Yeah, there's a lawn bot.
Okay. They were supposed to pull off their heads and become the sickest drum set you've ever seen.
Sweet.
And
that would be a very specifically designed and engineered robot, but I could see it being done.
Okay, and number 99, by the year 2076, robots were supposed to run for president.
That would be better.
2076?
2076.
Well, we can't say by now if it's going to take place in 2076. That's a long time from now.
That is a
Maybe
long
it'll
time from
happen. Maybe it'll happen.
That'll be the year I turn 100.
That's what, 58 years from now?
Yes.
That could be a good time. Robots are known for being fair.
So that's half a century and more.
Yeah.
I have more tea.
But yeah, so that is the article called 99 Things That Robots Were Supposed to Be Doing by Now. So that's
Is
the
tea
sound
the
of...
official drink of...
Tea is the official drink of the Rusted Robot Podcast.
Tea Earl Grey hot.
And its affiliated network. And that's half a cup of tea for Kitty.
It's only half a cup. Sadness.
Well, maybe 3/4, maybe 3/5. So anyway, if anybody wants to look at that article, go to facebook.com/therustedrobot. It's the page for our group here, for our show.
So I have a task for one of our listeners.
But first, they have to click on the link and go to all the episodes and read all the articles.
Yeah,
because that would be interesting.
I have a task for somebody who's one of our listeners. I don't care which one it is. You. Yeah, you. No, I'm really talking to you. Yes, you. You're going to go through and you're going to give us a count of how many we said are actually happening out of the list of 99. And then you're going to send that to Sean at...
therustedrobot@gmail.com.
Or...
therustedrobot on Twitter.
Or go to the Facebook page, and which you just said.
Yeah.
And tell us how many of the 99 we said...
Have actually happened.
Yeah.
We're talking to you, Thompson.
You with the face. You do that. Yeah.
He's one of our fans.
Thompson?
Yeah.
That's a real guy?
Yeah.
Oh, hi,
Okay, Thompson, it's your job now.
You have been tasked.
Katie has assigned it to you.
Yeah.
Aha.
So, that's pretty much Rusted Robot 212. Anything else you guys want to talk about, discuss, reminisce about, whatever?
So, again, more controversy stuff is happening, and I'm getting really tired of it.
Uh-oh, what is it?
It's the same bullcrap that people have been talking about for the last little while.
Gatekeepers of fandom?
Gatekeepers.
Virtue signaling?
And...
I know way too many gatekeepers.
Because we look for the news, right, for each week of what's happening, what's going on, and all I'm finding is this. And, like, I don't want to be dealing with this.
You just want to enjoy your shows.
Yeah. Because, like, the...
And we can, though. You can just ignore what other people say.
Yeah, but if I want to learn more about what's happening and what's upcoming and what's going on,
yeah,
I don't want it all to be gatekeeper stuff.
That seems to be a lot of what we're getting, because everybody who I know is being a gatekeeper lately.
Yeah, and it's getting annoying.
Because no one can tell you how to be a fan. You either are or you're not. You don't need to pass a special test.
Somebody recently told my sister that she could not possibly have been a fan of She-Ra because she's too young.
She could have watched it later.
She did watch it later.
And she could be a fan
I
of
watched
it.
it later, and she watched it with me, and she loved She-Ra.
So there's no problem with that.
So, yeah.
There's
but
also this thing
apparently
called
she was
VHS.
liking it wrong because she was too young. Obviously, she can't be a real fan, and she can't love it nostalgically, even though she watched it as a small child.
So this person is saying if you didn't watch it when it first aired in its original premiere run, then you're not a fan.
Yeah. Like how you can't be a fan of Superman unless you read the original...
Book from
1930s Superman. Unless you read that, you can't possibly understand Superman to his core. And it's like, what are you talking about? Nobody is even alive anymore. Those people are not around.
A lot of them are still alive.
They're not around.
They're still alive.
I've never seen one with my eyeballs.
Yes, you have.
Mm-mm.
Yes, you have.
Have I?
You have?
Who's a fan of Superman?
Yes.
Who?
A couple of the old guys that come and hang out at the mall.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That is
They told me when you opened the store, like, I used to read a lot of comic books. I'm like, oh yeah? Like, yeah, I used to own the first action comics with Superman in it.
That's cool.
I'm like, oh, are you sad now that you know how much it's worth? He's like, no, how much is it worth? And I told him.
Like 12 million or something?
Yeah, in good condition, it's worth millions.
But these were also the guys
Why didn't they tell me?
who took Mickey Mantle
don't
rookie
know.
cards and put them in the spokes of their bike so they could have the sound.
And they could have used playing cards.
Right. So yeah, so we don't like gatekeepers of fandom. Just let everybody be a fan in their own way.
Yeah. I think that's just because it was a thing for a while.
Yeah.
Everybody loved Comic Book Guy, and they're like, oh, he's the biggest geek. And they're like, oh, I don't know how, but at some point somebody was like, you know what, I want to be like the Comic Book Guy
From
who's
The Simpsons.
sad and alone and whose only friend is food
Worst crossover ever.
and comics. Like,
All right.
what made people go, I want to be that guy? Because I've run into a lot of people who are like, I want to be that guy. And it's like, no.
That's not a life
Nobody
goal.
wants to be that guy.
That is not a life goal to attain to. No, you're correct. It's not. So anyway, that is Rusted Robot 212. We definitely thank you all for coming by and listening, telling your friends about the podcast, subscribing, checking out the Sean Vanderloo YouTube channel.
Sean Vanderloo.
And just being alive and happy people.
Hooray!
So until next time, remember, you learn a lot about people when they don't get what they want. This has been another episode of the Rusted Robot Podcast. You can contact us by emailing therustedrobot@gmail.com or tweeting us at therustedrobot. Visit our website at therustedrobot.podbean.com. And, if you would, please check us out and like us on Facebook. A 5-star review in iTunes is appreciated. The Rusted Robot Podcast was written, produced, scored, edited, engineered, and directed by Sean Vanderloo. Your co-host was Josh Montney. Don't forget to visit Jump City Comics in the 101 Mall and listen to our other show, the Soulforge Podcast. Visit Sean on Twitter and Instagram at Darth Vaderloo.
The Rusted Robot Podcast. Think about it.
Good boy. All right.
Melanie.
Oh, hey, Jason.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. I didn't know you were back in L.A.
Yeah. Had a pretty amazing trip. I mean, it was unreal.
Really? I can't wait to hear about it.
No, I have, like, a lot to tell you.
What is it?
Come on. Do you remember the 90s?
Yeah?
You know, people were talking about getting piercings and getting tribal tattoos.
Yeah?
And people were singing about saving the planet and forming bands.
Yeah?
There's a place where that idea still exists as a reality. And I've been there.
Where is it?
Portland.
Oregon?
Yeah.
Dream of the 90s is alive. Portland, Portland, Portland. The dream of the 90s is alive. Portland, the tattoo ink never runs dry.
Remember when people were content to be unambitious, to sleep till 11, and just hang out with their friends? I mean, they had no occupations whatsoever, maybe working a couple hours a week at a coffee shop.
Right? I thought that died out a long time ago.
Not in Portland. Portland is a city where young people go to retire.
Dream of the 90s is alive. Portland, all the hot girls wear glasses. Yeah.
Remember in the 90s when they encouraged you to be weird? It was just an amazing time where people would go to see something like the Jim Rose Sideshow Circus and watch someone hang something from their penis. You could grow up to want to be a clown. Like, people went to clown school.
I gave up clowning years ago.
Well, in Portland, you don't have to.
Dream of the 90s is alive. Portland, sleep till 11.
You'll be in heaven.
The dream of the 90s is alive in Portland. The dream is alive.
So from what I can surmise from what you're positing, it's like Portland's almost an alternative universe. It's like Gore won. The Bush administration never happened.
Exactly.
In Portland, it's almost like cars don't exist, right?
Yes.
They ride bikes or double-decker bikes. They ride unicycles. Yes. They ride the tram. They ride skateboards.
Yes.
Dream of the 90s is alive in Portland. My flannel shirt still looks white. The dream of the 90s is alive in Portland, Portland. The dream of the 90s is alive in Portland, Portland.
Portland, you can go to like a record store and sell your CDs.
Turn that dirty clown upside down.
In Portland, you can put a bird on something and just call it art.
Dream of the 90s is alive in Portland. The dream of the 90s.
Hey, I made it.
Yeah, you're a little late.
Sorry.
You're also a little San Francisco right now. You know what I mean? Sorry. Much better. Welcome to Portland.
Thank you.
The dream of the 90s is alive in Portland, 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 Portland.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network. Be part of the crew and help support our shows by donating to our ESO Patreon or by shopping through Amazon.com or the TeePublic store, which can all be found at www.esonetwork.com. The ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
Worst episode ever.